All right, guys, here we are again. Let the fun begin, right? First toss of the season. We're at just under a mile. I usually do a quick mile for my first toss every season because the birds just don't fly well. Or let me rephrase that. The birds haven't been ranging at all. And that's partly to do with me darkening or keeping them on the dark. My darkening system does not follow the natural sunrise or sunset. My lights kick on at about 10 o'clock and they go off at about 8 o'clock. So the birds don't really know where the sun is in relation to the time of day. They've had a week off on natural light. I've been flying them every day. Even this morning, I gave them a morning toss and was able to collect them and basket them and take them down the road. I start slow, guys, and I know a few guys are gonna comment that I'm wasting my time, and that's fine. It's my time to waste, but I know my birds and I know when to push them and when not to push them. And for the first couple tosses, I'm not gonna push them again because I know that they're not ranging or they haven't been ranging very well. So we'll see how they do. I'm not expecting them to beat me home or anything like that. I'm simply expecting them to get home on time or in a reasonable time. And as long as they all make it, I'm okay with that. We'll move them down the road. If they all make it in good time, we'll bump them up to 3 miles and so on and so forth. The usual. And that being said, guys, for the younger guys watching or for the new guys watching, don't push your birds too fast. I know a lot of guys are going to tell you to do this or do that or take them straight to 5 or straight to 10. And that's fine for them. They know their birds. They know how they manage their team, and it works for them. But for you guys, pay attention to your birds. They'll tell you how far and how soon you can take them down the road. If they're not flying well, if they're not ranging, if they're not flying out of sight, they're not ready to go. My birds do small circles for about 20 minutes to half hour around the loft in a zigzag pattern, but that's about it. So taking them down the road a mile isn't really going to hurt. I may lose a couple of the dummies that have not been doing what they should be doing, and that's fine. The birds that I'll lose will only improve the birds that I have remaining. Because you got a lot of birds that just want to sit around. They don't want to fly. And the birds that sit around will just bring the rest of them down. And I have about 3 or 4 of them that every time I let them out, no matter what I do, they land on the loft or they land in the tree and they just sit there. And within about 20 minutes, the rest of them start to follow. And they go right back or right down to where that bird is sitting. So really, I'm hoping to lose them. I don't want to pull their heads because they're healthy pigeons. But if they can't get with the program, they got to go. So we have 61 to start the season, guys, and that's a pretty good number. We definitely lost, I'd say, 20 plus birds settling. And that's, again, pretty common, especially today. Didn't used to be that way, but I think the hawk pressure times all the crap that's in the air nowadays, 5G, things of that nature, I think is really affecting the birds, but it is what it is. We're down to 61. I'm hoping to start the race season. We're somewhere in the 40s, and I think I'll get them there. I think I'll get about 40, 45 birds come race day. So we'll see. We'll see. Documented everything. I'll put a list up of the birds that we have in the loft for the out-of-town guys to see what's remaining, what's left. And that's about it, guys. I'll give them another few minutes here, and then I'll let them up because we are at a church, and it is Sunday morning. Happy Father's Day to everyone. And I don't want to become an eyesore and have somebody walk over and kind of give me a hard time. Typically, churches are pretty good. They're pretty good people. But still, you're going to have that one person, that one Karen that's going to ask what you're doing and why you're doing it and things of that nature. So before I become too much of an eyesore, we're going to let them up, and then we'll pick this video back up at home and see about the time the birds will make it home. So I'll see you guys at the loft. Tight circles. They'll figure it out. Head home, see if they beat me there. Yeah, we're heading back home now. Like I said, it's not too far away. It's about just under a mile. Birds were circling pretty heavy. I don't foresee them being home yet. 20 minutes is kind of where I'm thinking. We did have a couple that were just walking their little kid in a stroller. They walked up. They were curious to see and ask questions. So I spent a few minutes there entertaining them, making sure I put pigeon racing in a good light, not create a negative appearance, for our sport and our hobby here. So I don't see any birds yet. Let's go ahead and pull on in. I shouldn't be filming and driving at the same time, I know, but it's literally down the road from my house. So let's see, no birds yet, and I'm not expecting them to be home anytime soon. So 20 minutes. I'm hoping 20 minutes, and I'm hoping about 4 less pigeons get home today, and that'll be a good toss. We'll start again tomorrow. All right, looks like we got a first group, only of about how many were there? Let me get out of the sun here because I can't see. Weren't too many. I would say there was probably about 4 or 5 in the first group. Yep, 4 birds exactly. And that's where the problem comes in. They should have stayed in a nice tight cluster, but for some reason they broke apart. And I'm not surprised because they don't know better. They don't know yet that they need to stay tight. They need to come home as a group. So unfortunately, I think we will have some losses. Looks like 5 birds today. We will have a few losses, and that's okay as long as there's not too many losses. That was about 12 minutes. So 12 minutes for the first 5 to make it. Again, they should not have divided. They should not have split up. But that's pigeon racing, guys. You can see they're panting a little bit. They're a little bit terrified because this is the second time in the basket, first time down the road. There's a lot to learn. I don't even have to call them. They're already going in on their own. But 12 minutes, roughly 12 minutes. There goes the remainder of the group. So under 15 minutes, I'll take that. I don't think I'll waste any more time at a mile. That's enough for me. As long as they keep coming in very well. Looks a few stragglers coming in. I love it. I love it. I love it. We'll get them all down. We'll get them fed. We'll get them ready for tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll go down probably a couple miles and see what they do. This was pretty easy for them, and I'm happy to see that. And we'll see tomorrow. So we started with 61. We'll see what we have tomorrow morning. I'll keep you guys posted.